What's good, YouTube? It's your boy KingSupreme. Back in the video, we got Larry Bird's stories told by NBA legends and players part 2. Now, if you're new here, welcome to the channel, homies. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share if you want to see more bangers from your boy. You feel me? Because the grind never stops. But hey, got some more Larry Bird videos. Very, very excited today. I read to part 1 of this. So I wanted to get to part 2, and I saw that you really wanted to see part 2. So very excited to get to this part 2. Whole lot of stories is gonna be. So I guess I always say, bro, get y'all popcorn, get y'all chips, get y'all dip, get y'all burritos, get whatever y'all got on deck, bro, because we about to get locked into some Larry Bird, some Larry legend, one of the greatest players of all time. Nothing but respect, nothing but appreciation to my dog. Best Celtics players of all time. So very, very excited. Let me know any other Larry Bird videos I want to see, and if y'all are new here, I got a whole Larry Bird playlist. After this video, go check out and catch up on all of my Larry Bird videos, and just so you can get caught up on my journey with Larry Bird. But again, nothing but just excitement about how I feel right now. Can't wait to get some more of these stories. They're literally so addicting to watch. So we about to get tuned in. Let's get straight into it. And again, let me know what other Larry Bird videos I want to see next. Let's get it, bro. And what is y'all favorite story, every Larry Bird story? Let me know in the comments. Let's get it.
Welcome to the complete collection of Larry Bird's greatest stories told by NBA players and legends, part 2. If you have missed any of the other episodes in the series, including part 1 of Larry Bird's greatest stories, there is a playlist link in the description and on the top right corner of your screen. If you click on that link, you will find all the episodes within the complete collection series. If you enjoy these types of videos, and if you enjoy this video, I'd greatly appreciate if you guys could hit that like button. These videos do take me a long time to edit, so I'd really appreciate all the support.
Give them a like.
If you are new, hit that subscribe button and hit that notification button so you stay up to date with all the new videos. Feel free to comment down below which player you would like to see next. And here's the collection of Larry Bird's greatest stories told by NBA players and legends, part 2.
Larry Bird talked a lot of shit.
This name keeps coming. Bird. He goes to the right. Bird. He makes the swat. Bird. I said, God damn, who was Bird?
Bird tough to defend. Why? Because you look slow as shit to me. So like, I'm missing something.
It's gonna be a good one.
So much trash.
It's gonna be a good one.
During the Dream Team, and that's how it started.
So while Larry's in the air, he's got the ball right here, and he's screaming at the Chief for not setting the pick. And I'm like,
this about to be crazy.
Larry Bird talked a lot of shit. I like people to talk shit to me, because it is what it is. I don't hold no grudges. I ain't got no feelings about it.
Bird talk shit like we talk.
Let me tell y'all something. Bird used to tell me, look here, man. I'm gonna go shoot this motherfucker jumper in your face right there in that corner. And it's gonna be your Christmas present. I'm gonna wrap it up and bust your head open.
That's crazy.
All that shit.
That's
He's
crazy.
the coldest dude I ever seen with that shit, man. Everybody be talking about these greats. They don't be always mentioning him. He was the shit.
Respect.
Yeah, shit, man. He'll give it to you any way.
Draymond didn't even know that.
Any way he wanted to. Larry Bird was cold.
I never forget driving, and I'm listening to a game. It's New Mexico State playing Indiana State.
Now stay tuned for Indiana State basketball with Bob Forbes live from Las Cruces, New Mexico.
I don't really care about the game, but New Mexico State is right up the streets from El Paso, and I went to UTEP. And we're big rivalries, so I'm hoping that Indiana State will beat New Mexico State. And I'm listening to the radio, and I have no clue of the players on either team. All of a sudden, this name keeps coming. Bird. He goes to the right. Bird. He makes the swat. Bird.
Bird finds the corner to Bird. Larry Bird with the ball. Larry Bird.
He was everywhere.
Damn, who was Bird? Bird.
Who is
Bird?
Who is this dude,
And
man?
Bird this and Bird. Oh, did you see the pass that Bird made?
Bird has it, lost it, and throws it across the foul neck. Gonna break away, and he's got it.
I can't see it, but I'm just trying to imagine it. And when the time I got to the end, I said, damn, that brother can play.
Facts. He cold, man. That's Larry, though. That's Larry, though. Put some respect on his name. Put some respect on his name.
When I got the newspaper the next morning and saw Larry's picture, I said, damn.
Bro, he funny, bro. He funny. He funny as fuck, bro.
Woo!
He said, damn.
Larry, it wasn't you, be honest with you. The young lady that said you were her favorite player, mine too. I love you too, Magic, but not as much as I like Bird.
That's respect, man. That's respect. That's respect, man. That was a great story.
I asked a lot of questions. Playing with Byron Scott, I asked him a lot of questions. Eddie Jones, who was great at chasing guards off the screens, and I didn't understand how to do that. I would sit with him before practice, after practice. Magic, James Worthy, Kurt Rambis, Kareem Abdul, all the Laker greats. I would always sit down and just ask them questions about certain games that I studied growing up. What actually happened there? What did you feel there, and why? Bird tough to defend. Why? Because you look slow as shit to me. So I'm missing something.
When I got a chance to actually play against him, he was bigger than I thought he was, and a lot more competitive than I had given him credit for at that time.
Mm-hmm. Missing something. So tell me what I'm missing. You know what I mean? And so I would always ask questions and try to learn as much as I could.
He would never give up. He didn't want to quit. He was not a loser. Larry was going to do whatever it took in his power to get a win.
That competitive nature, the work ethic.
Whether it be the assist, the score, as you see right there, or the loose ball diving out of bounds for it, or that real tough, hard, aggressive word to his teammates. That's the leadership qualities that Larry provided for his ball club.
And so I would always ask questions and try to learn as much as I could. Right? No? I was a different generation. You guys probably never even seen Larry Bird play. How many have seen Larry Bird play?
Hey, everybody's seen Larry Bird play.
That's not a high enough percentage. We got some work to do.
But Larry was a consummate professional because he would go out there and just play the game. And I think when you're the best that come out of that means that you're on the top. And Larry had always felt like that.
I was one of the first ones to play Larry.
I'll
tell you a quick story before I ask you the question. I'm sitting there playing Larry my first game ever, and I was like everybody else. Larry comes on, I'm averaging 19 points a game before Larry gets on the team. So I'm in the arena, Larry comes into our practice facility, I give him the slow clap. Here he comes, great white hope. I'm getting guarding this dude, man, from about 15 feet away. He knocks down the jump shot. Now I'm working him on the offensive end because he couldn't guard me or anybody else. And he just knocking down shots. I walked out of that practice that day, the first black person I could get to. I said, you know what? That fucking white guy can play. and that was it.
He can ball, bro. But these stories is gold.
These guys came in together in '81. There's Kevin, there's Larry, there's Robert, Dennis Johnson, Danny Ainge. They knew what each other could do. And what I did was said, okay, let's see what's happening out there. And you'd see Larry shooting a three-pointer, and then I called a timeout.
Called a timeout, and he diagrammed the play.
And they didn't count the three-pointer. So he's very upset with that, so I diagrammed the play. He says, heck with the play, Case. Give me the ball and tell all the rest of the guys to get out of the way. I said, shut up, Larry. I'm the coach here. Okay, all right. Then you should take the ball out, give it to Kevin, and you throw it to Larry, and everybody get the hell out of the way.
I love it.
Celtics are down by 2 points, and Bird is out by the 3-point line, and he's being guarded by a guy named Johnny High. And Johnny High is sort of backing away from Bird, and Bird said, hey, Johnny, you better come up and guard me a little closer. I'm just going to get the ball and shoot a three, and game's over.
Larry not only tells me that, he walks by the bench and says, typical Bird, he's just real slow.
Yeah, I'm just fixing to bust a three on you guys and just go home. I'm tired of this.
Fixing to bust a three on your guys and go home.
And, Johnny High sort of smiles and laughs about it.
And I was supposed to cut off the high post and post up for a second and then go across and set a pick. Well, I came off the pick and I was wide open and I stood there waiting for the ball. I had a smaller guy to post up and Larry just waved me out of the way saying, get out of here, get out of the way.
And then true to his word, in Phoenix, he goes down before the ball is thrown in, and he's standing right in front of the Phoenix bench, and he looks at all the guys on the bench and says, I'm getting the ball, I'm going to put it in the hoop. And he says, watch my hand as I follow through.
That's crazy.
He breaks the play.
And then the ball comes into Bird. He just turns around and shoots it perfect.
It didn't matter. You couldn't stop him.
And from that time, I learned to run Larry's play, not the coach's play.
The ball is thrown into Kevin. Kevin gets to Larry. Larry fires it up, puts a hand in the air as he continues on to the dressing room. Now that's what you call arrogance.
That's crazy. It's on the bench too. Bro, he was a different breed.
Bruce Hurst knew the Celtics because he was friends with Danny Ainge. They had played Major League Baseball together and against each other. He would come to practice. He knew McHale. He knew Bird. He knew Parrish. He says, those Celtics, they were so secure in their own greatness. There was none of this, who's getting more touches. They had fun. They had fun at
Definition of team chemistry
against each other. They knew how great they were. And this all comes out, the kind of trash talking you're talking about with guys whistling. And
actually, you know Mike Saunders, the trainer of the Knicks.
Sure.
Larry was banking threes at Madison Square Garden before a game because he was getting bored. He won the three-point thing 3 years in a row and started banking them and
banking three-pointers during a warm-ups before a Knicks game. And the trainer said it was Saunders.
Saunders said, you can't do that in a game. And Larry said, if you give me $5, I will. And sure enough, they get way ahead of the Knicks.
And then he banked one in at the end of a game and ran down by the bench with his palm out.
Banks the three, runs by the Knicks bench with his greedy palm extended. And where's my $5, Mike?
Banking threes, bro.
Love stories like that.
He was poor.
Most people like bang threes on accident, you feel me? But to do it on purpose, that's a different skill.
Absolutely love stories like that because he was the legend. That's part of the legend of Larry Legend.
Right.
1988. That had to be one of the best moments. Conference semifinals. Neek and Bird. The duel.
You and Larry Bird, playoffs. The battle, one of the most clutch moments. I remember watching it as a kid. Got me hyped. I went outside and started shooting outside on the playground, pretending I was both of y'all.
I remember Bird made a prediction at the end of that game. He said, I guarantee a win. Atlanta blew their opportunity. And I'm like, hey, I don't know what Bird talking about. We have a great opportunity. We going in there. We going to kick their butt. We coming to win. I don't care what he said. If you guys ain't ready to fight, you ain't ready to go to war, don't even come on the court.
Dominique.
Unfortunately, Bird was telling his teammates the same thing in the other locker room. So it kind of set up for that great game. But I'm going to tell you, and I really believe this, the reason why Larry Bird got so hot in that game, in that fourth quarter, Kevin Willis and I and Bird was running down the court, and Kevin reaches across me and puts his finger in Larry Bird's chest, said, don't let this so-and-so score any more tonight. And I looked at Kevin, what you doing? Are you crazy?
Bro, Dominique was so cold, bro. But even he had to hey, respect
it's like his eyes got this big, and I knew it was on then. I knew it was on. And when you talk about the clutch shots, he hit 10 clutch shots.
I was going to say,
that game.
You had 47 in that game. Larry Bird had 34, but 20 of those in the fourth quarter. So clutch is not just the final 3 or 4 seconds of a game.
And the thing is, we were sending everybody at him to slow him down. He was so hot that I think one of the shots he hit was a left-handed three.
It's Bird.
That's when you know a guy is in the zone. Larry Bird hit more clutch shots, in pressure situations.
Lead to Bird off the fake. Improves his. Bird cuts free. Left hands between the two of them. It's Bird's turn. Bird snaps free. Comes up with a shot. Gets it into Bird, and Wilkins is there. Bird comes free.
Bro, he was dominating that
game. And then he played.
It told you about each and every one, right?
Oh yeah. He would call the spot. But he never called the spot against me.
Dominique's different.
Respect.
In this period, he has hit his last 6 field goals.
Dominique was so cold.
As far as
I gotta get some
Larry Bird is
videos.
concerned, it's Detroit. Here we come.
Smartest player you ever played with?
With Dennis Johnson.
When DJ first come here, I didn't know how to react because I didn't know how he was going to play. I knew he was a great player, but I didn't know if we'd be able to get along on the court.
He seemed to be playing the game on a higher cerebral level, and nowhere was this more apparent than his on-court chemistry with Larry Bird. That's a set play off the backboard. What a beauty. Johnson.
That's a nice duo.
That was a set play.
They were in sync when they played.
Another great
chemistry on point.
Dennis Johnson to Larry Bird.
This is a great video,
I can't tell you the number of times when he and Larry would make eye contact. Larry's guy would have his head turned, and DJ would just throw that ball right by his defender's ear, and Larry would just catch it and lay it in before the guy knew what even happened.
Smartest player you ever played with? With?
Dennis Johnson.
Best player you ever played with?
Probably Dennis Johnson. DJ, I thought, was a guy I loved to play with. He thought the same way I did, and he's pretty good.
These two had that unspoken communication on the floor, even down to one of the most famous plays in Celtic history, the Game 5 steal against the Pistons in '87, where Larry grabbed it, and DJ knew in an instant before anybody else on the floor what was happening, cut to the basket,
I didn't realize
winning lay-in from the left side.
I didn't realize it was DJ who did that.
You didn't know?
In a second.
So it's appropriate that these two have their numbers.
We watched it like constantly, you feel me? But I didn't realize it was Bird passed it to DJ. That's crazy.
Alongside each other.
That's crazy.
Now there's a steal by Bird. Underneath the DJ, lays it in. Right at 1 second left. What a play by Bird.
Rick, you played in some amazing games that you won. You played in some amazing games you lost. The one I'm going to talk to you about is the game that I thought you guys had when you had the Celtics all but beat. Because I remember you running down the sideline, punching your fist because you guys had made the steal and you thought it was over.
No, what happened was I was running down the sideline shaking my arm like because I caused the turnover.
Yes.
It was like, yeah, we got him. So I'm looking at the bench. I'm looking at Chuck Daly, and Chuck was calling timeout. But Isaiah, and we talked about this on another show, Isaiah ran. I'm usually the one taking it out to give to Isaiah, but he ran and grabbed the ball. He had, a brain fart, and he threw it in, and that's when it was like, oh, hell.
That's crazy, the background.
The most vivid example of the Bird-DJ connection came in the 1987 playoffs against Detroit. It's often referred to as Bird's steal, but many still marvel at Johnson's brilliant instinct.
But that was Game 5, and we going like, what? You're looking at it. Zeke, and we thought it's like, Zeke, why you take the damn ball out?
Right.
That's my job. That's what I do.
Stay in your lane, bro. Stay in your lane.
I'm trying to get the ball to you.
So I run over, we look at the bench.
Right, because wouldn't he be one of the best free throw shooters?
So I run over and I grab the ball. And this is probably one of the most incredible plays that's ever happened against me and that probably I've ever witnessed.
It was a mistake, but it was still a great play by Bird, too.
Two people being in sync and Bird just playing every second. And that's what the Celtics taught us, to play every second, not to play 47 and a half minutes, but to play a full 48. So I grabbed the ball from the referee. Lambier's a good foul shooter. I never had taken the ball out. That wasn't my thing, right? I throw it up. Bird sneaks in. I didn't even see him. But the thing I remember the most is that Joker. This is the out of bounds line. That Joker caught the ball, and in my mind, I'm like, okay, he going out of bounds. That dude did this. Like a ballerina, right? And if you go back and you watch the play, that dude is on his toes.
Right.
The baseline is right up under his toes. And in my mind, he must have stood there for about 5 seconds because everything was going in slow motion in my mind, right? And it's like, I'm like, and then it's a strange moment. I'm like, damn, how you doing that? Bird made a great
That's
steal.
respect, though.
But DJ,
you gotta say, bro, it was a legendary play like Larry Bird. If it was anybody else, they probably wouldn't have done that. But IT did make a mistake. He rushed it, and he wasn't even the one that's supposed to be inbounded. But at the same time, you gotta give, like IT just to give your flowers to Bird for even doing that play, because 99% of people wouldn't even make that play. And it would have either been they would have stepped out of bounds, or it would have been a turnover, or the game would have just been over. So you could blame IT to a sense, but at the same time, it's like Bird. It's more Bird than it was IT's fault, if that makes sense, you know.
they made a great cut.
And the cut by DJ.
And it all happened within a split second.
As Bird is going to get it this way, he's already reacted like he's in Bird's mind that he's going to steal.
I mean, I was like, ooh, and then boom, I win.
Just when I got it, I'd seen a white jersey streaking down towards the basket, and I turned, and it was DJ, of course.
Yeah, you see how fast his instinct for DJ? If he was even a second, he would have got blocked or something.
Big plays when you need them.
Man, once he stole it, it was like it took the wind out of our sail.
Was that eventually maybe the game that you said you were the most disappointed about?
I did a great defensive play on Bird, and
yes.
It was like one went right off Larry, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I was excited about I beat him up because here's the thing. Before I beat him up, man, Brad, I remember when I switched out on him and he yelled out, "Hey, Mayhorn, you on me?" And I hate when somebody call me Mayhorn. Looking at me with that old shiftless grin.
This is legendary.
And Bird went like, "You on me? Clear."
That's crazy.
I said, all right.
That was a great story.
I said, I'm going to get you. And that right there made me like, yeah, I finally got him.
Right.
Because he, he's a bad boy.
Yeah.
I'm never going to disrespect him.
Hearing more context on these stories is so amazing.
So, you DJ coming down, right, with the ball. Oh, great, DJ, that's good. So pass it to Larry, he's in that corner. So as you pass to Larry, my first job was to stop you first, right? Now I got to go out and close Larry Bird out.
Mm-hmm.
So as I'm running out to Larry Bird, he's talking trash to me.
As he's running.
I don't know why you're running out here. Who says that in the middle of the game?
That's crazy.
He said, I'm going to wait till you get one step away from me and I'm going to shoot it right in your face. No, true story. So I got one step away.
The disrespect.
He shoots it all net. 3-pointer. Good. Then he turned to me and said, you did all that running for nothing.
Bro, these stories are golden.
Larry uses picks probably better than any player that ever played the game. And Larry was on the box, and Robert Perry was coming down to set a pick on me. The Chief didn't throw a good pick. So while Larry's in the air, he's got the ball right here, and he's screaming at the Chief for not setting the pick. And I'm like,
while he's in the air?
He's screaming at a guy in the air for not setting the pick, and he makes the jumper. I'm like, I couldn't believe that.
It's not even fair, bro. Like, how do you do this?
How did you develop a great friendship with Larry Bird?
You know what? It was.
I didn't even know Patrick Ewing and Bird was cool like that.
Strange. It was ironic because I hated the Celtics growing up.
And you played in Boston.
I grew up in Boston. I didn't like the Celtics. I was a Sixers fan, and Larry and I got to be great friends during the Dream Team. And it's funny.
The Dream Team.
He talked so much trash. Always talk trash. Talk trash on the phone, on the floor. It was talking so much trash during the Dream Team, and that's how it started. He's always talking trash to me, talking trash to the rest of the players. So I'm talking trash back to him. I think that story you talked about, X, I think that's one of the stories you got from me.
The story about Xavier McDaniel, is that true where Larry, after a timeout, tells X what he's going to do?
I get a charge when I tell someone on the opponent's team that I want to hit the last second shot and then do it. That's when it's all
literally classic, legendary story.
13 seconds to play. Celtics basketball.
And X is still hearing about it now.
Timeout, I'm going for a play, and about that time, Larry steps in and says, Coach, why don't you just give me the ball and tell everybody to get out of the way? It's Larry. He wants the ball, he wants the ball. After the timeout, we walked back on the court, and then Xavier was guarding. So he tells Xavier, he says, I'm getting the ball.
I said, I know I'm going to be waiting. And he said, I'm going to get it right here. I'm going to shoot it right in your face.
10 seconds. 5, and Bird has the basketball. Look out. Larry Bird just
came out, went right about that exact spot, and shot a shot right in my face.
Come on.
You know, he was like, I didn't mean to leave 2 seconds on the clock. He wanted to shoot it with 0 seconds on the clock. I walked back to the sideline like, damn.
Yeah, Jackie McMullen tells that one really well, which is, you know, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and then he would do all those things.
Oh, you might have got it from me, but you know, he always talked trash. I remember he talked trash against us, talked trash with against everyone else. But you know, the difference is he could back it up.
Mm-hmm.
He could back it up.
He got to.
You know, I remember.
Imagine
like
talking trash and being like an ass player.
People
like,
always talking about that he can't jump, he can't do this, he can't do that. And, you know, a lot of my friends was like that, you know. So, I got to the league. I called all my friends back up. I said, you know, all that trash that you were talking, you need to squash all that. This man is great.
Mm-hmm.
He can, whatever you were saying, for a man who can't jump, he's demolishing everybody.
So your guys are saying, how can you let this guy?
Oh, he's doing it on everybody.
Larry Bird, wide open.
He scored the third and fourth quarters.
And this is only part dose. Imagine part Trace. Come on, man.
He's doing it on everybody. He's doing it on the best defensive players in the league.
Yeah.
Larry didn't discriminate. Come on, man.
Now, I would write about Maxwell getting a bag of burgers from McDonald's. He'd send the equipment guy, you know, Francis over there to get the bag of burgers, and Max would eat in front of his locker. And, you know, people wouldn't do that today, I suppose, because the diet restrictions and all that. But I used to write about that, and Larry would say, Scoop, don't write about that. I eat just as bad as anybody in this team. He says, I hate staying in shape. When my career's over, I will be the fattest fuck you've ever seen. He says, you know, just look out below, because I'm done watching myself on this. And one time he had, late in the career when he had the bad back, he had to miss about a month, and he came back, I don't know, 7 or 10 pounds heavier. And he said, I was eating wedding cakes every day. And we said, why would you eat a wedding cake? He said, who's going to fuck up a wedding cake? He said, so he ate wedding cake. And just the way his logic, when we were on the road, he'd say something like you or I would say if we were living that life. Like, it'd get back to the bus after practice at the LA Forum, whatever. It'd say, okay, we just got through shooting baskets. Let's get in our free bus and go back to our free hotel and eat some free food. He says, well, this life in the NBA, if you don't like this, there's something wrong with you. And again, who among us wouldn't think that way? But none of them ever say something like that.
Right. Top 5 player all time. Speaking it. Talk your shit, Larry.
And I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did and you would like to see a part 3, let me know down below in the comment section. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification button. And I will see you guys in the next video. Here are 2 videos that you might enjoy.
Let's go. Shout out to my dog, Nick Smith NBA with the banger video, bro. You feel me? I already got to part 1. This was part dose. So next is part Trace. You understand what I'm saying? So Mad decided to get to that. Let me know what other Larry Bird videos you want to see, bro. But I think I'm gonna get to part Trace next, and then we're gonna see. But again, y'all already know I'm getting into a bunch of basketball, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, all the legends, Kobe, newer players. I'm getting everything, bro. So let me know what y'all want to see next in the comments, and I'll get it out for y'all pronto. You understand what I'm saying? Because I always want to feed y'all with these bangers. Y'all deserve that. Y'all been so supportive of me. Y'all just been always here for me, so I got y'all with these bangers consistently, for sure. So more banger dropping soon. Let me know in the comments. Again, like I said, let me know what are y'all top 5 Larry Bird stories, or what's your favorite Larry Bird story of all time, because I saw a lot of different videos, clips in this that I didn't see before. Very, very cool. So thank y'all for suggesting this. Thank y'all for the support. Thank y'all for the love. I'll catch y'all next time. Much love. You know what I'm saying? We going crazy, baby. We going crazy. But like, comment, subscribe, share if you want to see more videos. Instagram's on the bottom of the screen, also in the description. If you want to hit me up, DM me, message me, do all that shit, so I can keep on spamming these videos out for you. I appreciate y'all so much for watching. It's your boy, King Supreme. I'll catch y'all next time, homies.